What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with the next tune on the second CD of 80s tracks, 12-inch remixes, and extended mixes provided by great friend Joseph. Big shout out to you. And in that regard, he actually commented on the previous track I reacted to from this CD a couple days ago with a bit of a teaser about the track we're now going to listen to. And that is I Touch Roses from 1985. It's listed as the long-stemmed version, which is amusing. And it's by Book of Love. Now, I've never heard of Book of Love, but the note that Joseph left is that they were a New York City new wave group, and that actually Depeche Mode was fond of them, and they ended up opening for Depeche Mode on 2 tours in I think the mid-80s, like 84 and 85, I believe he said. So, yes, ultimately any group that is of interest to Depeche Mode is of interest to me. And yeah, I Touch Roses, it sounds pleasant, it sounds like a beautiful sort of scenario. Of course, it could be more complicated, and on some level I expect that meaning to be figurative. So let's give it a listen and see what I can catch. This is I Touch Roses by Book of Love. It's the long-stemmed version, and it's a tune from 1985. like that. So yeah, I very much enjoy the, not two-sided, it's not like the two sides of the track were notably different, but the verses seem to be more stripped down, a bit harder edged. I mean, it's not like Wicked or anything, but it definitely had a bit of an electrical, mechanical feel. And in that regard, that side of the track reminded me a bit of like Information Society. Then the chorus had more of a melodic stroke to it, both like vocally and in terms of the sonics of the chorus section, and that reminded me a bit more of like Anything Box or something like that. But yeah, I definitely enjoy the kind of xylophone style bits, a bit chimes. I mean, we heard them in isolation at the end, and they eventually started cycling around, but before that it was like these little four-note motifs that mostly were sort of, cascading downward. I enjoyed that. Definitely notable also were those frenetic drum rhythms that came in. They were like really kind of like big. They had a lot of a pop to them. And then there was that stripped down section, I think roughly in the middle, where there was like an intensification of like the clap sounds. I think they were like drum machine clap sounds, but still, definitely that stood out too. As for the lyrics, I actually don't know what to make of it. I was really keyed in on the sonics. I mean, obviously you hear the title phrase, I touch roses, but yeah, I couldn't quite get a sense of what was happening, if there was some clear narrative or larger theme at the least. But yes, again, the idea of sort of stopping and smelling the roses or touching the roses, you're not just observing them, it's like it's tactile, it's direct, you're experiencing them. So maybe there's something to that, which again, I would assume on some level is figurative, even if maybe it functions like visually and more conceptually. But yeah, definitely a cool tune, and definitely one that just has that, not indescribable. I mean, you could, like, a lot of keyboard, a lot of like electrical synths and kind of, drum machine beats. Like, the categorizing like classic or vintage 80s synth pop, you can do it in words, but sometimes it's really just like a feel, and you just like, the moment a track comes in, it's like, oh yeah, like you could tell this is mid 80s, and this is something I might have heard on K-Rock back in the day and so on, and this kind of has that vibe. So again, it's cool to me that Depeche Mode heard these guys at some point and thought they were compelling enough to bring them on tour and to do a series of shows with them. I do find that a very strong mark in their favor as a lifelong Depeche Mode fan. So once again, big shout out to Joseph. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.